one would definitely work. I mean, they have a lot of physical damage. Feels like it fits pretty well and can also team fight.
Yeah.
Fiora is much more kind of like hard commit, I feel like, to the split push. You can join the team, but Gwen has a lot of an easier time doing that. So pretty well-rounded composition here. Feels like a little bit of splash of kind of early game with the Ahri. So I'm just kind of curious how that's going to fit in for FlyQuest, because it does feel like if you're just going to play to scale, then you shouldn't have picked Ahri, right? You should have just gone for like an Orianna or something, you know, kind of more full late game.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see if they're going to use this as a power point early to try to create some action, right? Try to utilize Tukui here alongside Jose and try to create some skirmishes, create some action to really get value out of that. Because if you're just going to trade farm against blue instead of an Azir or whatever and play passive, you've got to be able to make those plays. Otherwise, you're not really getting value out of the pick. So will be an interesting one. We'll see what FlyQuest is going to be able to get done here against Dig, who's searching for some of those wins, trying to keep up towards the bottom of the table. FlyQuest looking to reach for the top here, looking to move into a two-way tie for third with Team Liquid here if they are able to pick up that win. Already tied right now with a number of teams. You know, Cloud9.
I never learned it. I know Syzygy, and
you
that's
did
it.
just tell me you don't know any of this.
Yeah,
you immediately asked you. Do you know this one that you just said you didn't know?
Sorry, bro. I don't know.
I can't count to 4. Well, what's after 4? Don't know.
Don't know. Never got there. Phillips getting that wave crashed in top side. Gamsu's at half HP. Here comes Tukui. There's that Ahri that we were talking about that we wanted to see the setup for. Gamsu with a nice bit of an outplay there scares him off.
Yeah, that almost would have been able to be a kill. Looked like he tried to body slam flash him. I think he got charmed out of the body slam though. And so that actually interrupts it.
To see Lee Sin always do something early. Let's take another look at how this play went. Keep your eyes on the charm.
Yeah, I want to say, so he uses the ulti there, body slam, and he tries to flash to redirect. No, it did actually hit him. Excuse me. So it was just like a same time thing and it slowed down. I did actually land it. You know, I didn't think that he actually was able to get it there in time. So it looked like the charm was just kind of buffered out. Either way, really well played there by Gamsu. Does connect it. Didn't have enough damage to actually get that kill. But well played to survive. Tukui not able to finish him off. But still a good roam, right? And that's kind of what you want to see, you know, from these picks. You want to see them getting active. Something I actually really like, you know, to talk about Lee Sin a bit. You know, you talk about, okay, if you're 0-0-0, you should have picked something else basically by level 7.
Yeah.
I think it was Peter Dunn, EG's coach, who I first heard this from, that actually really liked. Oh, as Gamsu, no body slam, he is in trouble.
See, this is exactly what we were talking about. No body slam, no flash, no way out. First blood, JOSEDEODO.
If you use the body slam aggressively, that is also your escape tool. It's so tough there.
Oh,
Tukui coming in.
This is going to be even more for the side of FlyQuest as Dignitas not only lose their top laner, but they end up leashing the Herald for the other side as well.
Lee Sin doesn't actually scale with game time or items. Lee Sin scales with skill, right? And I actually truly believe that, because it's like people talk so much about Lee Sin being an early game champion. And I think that's true for most players, right? Even at the pro level. But there are those exceptions to the rule where if you're truly amazing, we're going to have to interrupt that again.
Oh, Tukui getting kicked. Oh, no! Missed the Q! Tukui still has no ulti. They still might be able to catch him here. He's running back towards control wards. He's got no help coming. He's heading towards the Dignitas base. Nice charm there onto the Lee Sin. Blue's going to come over the wall. That makes sure that he gets damage in time, so no execution is a possibility. Tukui is still going to die for this. River does pick it up.
But look at mid.
But it took a lot of extra time, and that just means JOSEDEODO can shove in this wave.
Yep.
He'll grab the first plate with just his auto attacks. The next, oh, he doesn't stick around long enough to grab the entirety of that third plate, so they'll only get the 2.
Still a good play for Dig. You know, going to be able to get that kill. Jose waiting around. You don't want this, Jose. That was a little bit dicey. High ceiling that it's like there's always a way, if you can figure it out, to be able to use someone to ferry with a Q, create extraditions with the ward hop, kick flash, find that. And if you can find that, like you are someone who's the most valuable champion in the game, if you can make that happen. So I was still a little pressure of a soul coming through that Dignitas is not really going to feel the heat for a long time.
Yeah, the lateness of that first dragon is pretty much second dragon timer in a lot of other games, right? Like, we're not going to see this next one up until 16, almost 17 minutes into the game. So 5 minutes is a very long time in a game of League of Legends. It gives you so much more opportunity to hit those spikes, get to those places that you want to be, especially on these champions like the Azir, like the Aphelios, where 3 items really is the name of the game. Mythics coming online across the board for pretty much everybody, and nothing's really too much of a surprise. Aphelios loving the Gale Force for the extra mobility. It gives him Jinx just going for the Kraken Slayer, pure DPS option. And, I mean, you're talking about Takui and how the Ahri hasn't really resulted in a whole lot of playmaking just yet. FlyQuest will always still have that Jinx win con in their back pocket if she manages to hit 6 items and become the main character of the hit show Arcane and just absolutely turn the game into her own highlight reel. Well, then you still got some problems. JOSEDEODO might just have some problems of his own here. FlyQuest jungler trying to get out as Philip tries to cover his escape, but Gamsu is in, and that's a kill for Dig. Super Mega Death Rocket not finding the mark. Takui can't get over there in time to find anything in return either. Nicely done from Dignitas. This does not look like the early game of a third-place team so far. FlyQuest has not done what I've wanted to see them do. A little bit of damage over the wall there on the blue, but Takui cannot find anything more. Johnson and Aphromoo making their way into the mid lane now. Biofrost and River can just back it up. No real threats on either side just yet. Top laners still separated from the rest of the squads, but it's Philip who has started up the second Herald of the game. Remember, they did use that first one in mid. They only managed to grab the 2 plates off of it, so the minimum expectation. Philip doing a good job there. Gwen is immune, and if she wasn't, she would have been dead.
Absolutely, but now he has no W for this fight, right? Without that, it's very difficult for Gwen to actually re-enter the fight, and he doesn't quite have his ulti. No, his ulti is back up. He has no ghost, though. Looks like it's going to be a flip for this.
Here we go. The Herald's gonna go down. Dignitas grabbing that one.
Oh, the Everfrost
with a 3-man Everfrost, but JOSEDEODO's only got 200 HP left. Philip tries to fight. The damage comes through, and FlyQuest just bury him. River tries to pick somebody up, but he can't quite find the cues. The Spectral Maw is coming in. The tongue is going out, and the ace for FlyQuest.
A clean ace from FlyQuest. Takui, I'm sorry for ever doubting the Ahri. The 3-man Everfrost there. Everyone's so low, and then he flashes in, gets the triple kill, gets the resets. FlyQuest clean up. And just like that, the gold swing is enormous. We can full AP Gragas. It's going to be full magic damage as well from the Azir here. So going to be pretty happy to grab some MR. Wouldn't be shocked to see Johnson go for a little bit of MR later on, but because you have Tahm Kench in your pocket, you generally want to build pretty aggressive and just kind of, exactly, just trust in the team, trust that Afro is going to be able to keep you safe. You know, he's likely going towards Locket. He is your 3rd summoner spell there, so you don't necessarily need to go for a Hex Shrink or anything like that just yet.
And hey, second item now complete.
That line that we're going to see FlyQuest move in here and try to take away, and now that Afro's out on the map, and they want to try to get a 3rd dragon here.
JOSEDEODO's going to move up. Looks for Gamsu, but just ends up baiting out the Everfrost active there. Did not want to overcommit.
That's the tower.
Going after the Gragas. But yeah, the turret's going to fall here. So FlyQuest, you saw Takui take that top lane tier 1 a minute or 2 ago. Now you're going to see him get that bottom lane tier 1. Now that extra layer of safety I was talking about is removed. Now it's safer to push forward and take control over more of the map. JOSEDEODO, though,
nice buffer.
Nicely done there. Buffering the ulti, could not be displaced while he was unstoppable. So that means he can disengage and get away from Gamsu's flash ulti. That is a huge playmaking tool on the side of Dig that they will not have for this fight, for this Drake that's spawning right now.
There's no way. I mean, Gamsu is just useless now. When you're full AP Gragas, you have no flash, no ulti, there's nothing you can do.
Here's a Q.
Exactly. So really the only answer now is to try to go top map, top side, and try to take something. You know, they are a drinker, plus we have a BT coming through, and Gragas passive has a fair bit of healing there. So there is going to be some to cut, and it is efficient on its own, so it is a great buy. I'm going to be curious to see if Takui goes toward Deathcap 3rd, which is what I'm expecting, as Jose is going to be squishy, though, with this build.
JOSEDEODO trying to get away to safety, and the safety comes in the form of a frog's belly. Aphromoo guarantees that he's able to leave, and that is the sort of bonus that you afford yourself when you draft Tahm Kench. Keep him behind whoever has to face check. All of a sudden, there's no danger.
And it's just smart play, right? They have it set up.
Big deal. We've been talking the whole time about how long that it's taking in this game to get to that Drake Soul, but we're finally at that point here as Takui with another multi-man Everfrost.
TP.
With a disengage there, getting away from the charm. Biofrost flashed out, Spawn with the heal to give him the extra move speed too. FlyQuest aren't going to find any kills off of that one, but they get the flash from the support, heal from the AD carry. Philip teleporting in for it, ghosting in for it, so it's not like it was free for him.
No, I would hope not. While you're sitting beside them, because at that point you can just slap.
That's where you get to the point where you have the teammates that you don't get along with that you were talking about earlier. My teammate will not stand on the other side of the wall for me to jump to.
Yeah.
Well, 30 seconds, buddy. 30 seconds.
Oh, they're on Baron.
Dignitas
Forget
just
that.
going
they have
for
Azir
Baron.
and Helios. This could be insta-dead.
They are subverting the expectations here. Takui's rotating over.
Vision,
Afro, Philip. Okay, FlyQuest is coming in. But are they going to get there in time? No. Dignitas, awesome play. Reading the situation, saying everybody on FlyQuest is going to be thinking about this upcoming soul fight. We don't care. Take Baron.
Yeah, well now they're going to have to care a little bit, you know, because it is a rush towards Soul, and I don't think that they can actually get on the map. They do have more immediate power, of course, but Soul is that lasting power. Yes, you do get an injection of gold as well from that Baron, but Ocean Soul is going to be tough for them to deal with. But, you know, if you feel like, hey, there's no shot we can actually contest Soul anyway, then this is a great call. And we'll see how much gold they can actually collect with this Baron buff. Skirmishes where they can get a lot of value. You don't want those 100-0 fights when you are playing with the Ocean Soul. Blue here, though, going to be able to clear this out exceptionally fast.
Good shot from Johnson there, popping the Banshee's Veil of Blue, making it so he is vulnerable to any CC they might be able to fish for. But now Afromu gobbling up Johnson, keeping him safe from the attempt there, coming out from Dignitas and Biofrost's ulti. JOSEDEODO now having to respect that Dignitas is moving back into their own jungle here. Wants to try to contest the blue buff. Does smite it away. Nicely done.
Yeah, denying that from blue can be important in these later stages of the game, especially if you can stay out on the map. You know, you have the Ocean Soul. You're never going to run out of mana. You're never going to run out of health in these long siege situations. You want to try to tax their resources as much as you can to get value out of that Soul. And in the 1v1, Philip's going to be having a good time now because the way that Gragas wins in that 1v1 is only by poking down the Gwen. You can't just take a 100-0 fight against the Gwen. You will never win like that as an AP Gragas. And when they have Ocean Soul, you can no longer poke them out whatsoever. So FlyQuest just trying to control this area of the map. The Baron does spawn first in about 50 seconds. Scrum.
Yes, just change your name.
I
to
would cheer for Dignitas Scrum.
That would be badass, man. I actually enjoy the fact that Spawn fits the name scheme that Blue and River have brought us here. We're going to have to reprise that skit that we did.
We can remake it.
Yeah, we can do.
We can go deeper.
Yeah, there's always a more extreme version.
We can always make it more dumb. That's something that I've learned.
I pride myself on being able to make anything more dumb than it currently is.
We have built a career.
It's our brain. Well, let's see if FlyQuest can rush down this Baron. Dignitas is in a bit of a tough spot now because they have to go up here. They can't just allow this to get away for free. But it's such a risk.
It's not actually dying that fast, though, because they are just kind of two-manning it right now. Gwen is not on it. They are going to try to get in.
Takui with another good multi-man Everfrost, just keeping him out. There goes the Baron. The first one went over to Dig uncontested. The second will go the way of FlyQuest, the same. But the problem is, FlyQuest now has this Baron as the Elder has spawned. Dignitas are going to move into the bottom river, so they have priority over the area. But this fight's going to mean a lot. Afromu losing half HP right there. Nice poke from Dig, trying to wear him down a little bit. Thick Skin's going to regenerate about half of that. This one's going to be big. This will probably decide everything.
I mean, look at Takui and Philip. They're kind of threatening a flank. They're going together as this two-man squad. If Dignitas commits to the Dragon, we're going to see these guys look for the wraparound through here and to try to find this angle. You cannot ignore that for Dignitas, so it becomes very, very difficult. And FlyQuest can also just push mid, and they're doing that right now with Johnson. So Johnson pushing up mid, but he will want to get back over here and actually be ready to answer because this Elder Dragon can decide the game potentially here. It could be a flip.
Elder Dragon at 5K.
Here comes Takui and Philip.
River trying to get back to the rest of the team. Takui isolated, trying to get himself back to the safety of the tier 1 turret, and he's going to do it. The Elder Dragon still aggroed now by FlyQuest, and they want to be able to burn it down, and they will. Secured by JOSEDEODO as Takui bought so much time for the rest of the team. Gwen is immune, and Philip is in there. The turrets are destroyed. Dignitas are destroyed. The Elder Dragon is blasting everybody straight to hell, and FlyQuest are the ones sending them there. Ace for nothing. Triple kill over to Johnson.
FlyQuest are gonna do it. They're gonna end the week tied for 3rd place here with Team Liquid, moving to 7-4. What a showing from FlyQuest. The flanks from Philip and Takui making such a difference in this game. Everyone piling in, cleaning him up. Takui baiting Dignitas to chase him away, securing them that Elder. And that's really what changed the game.
Takui took nasty. He got the Everfrost on 3 men up in the topside river fight that gave him the first ace. He got the bait that drew him away from